Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, February 22nd. Over the last 14 days, we've seen storms move across the Great Basin, bringing precipitation mainly to the northern half of the region, but also parts of southern and southeast Utah saw some precipitation that was near to just above normal. Otherwise, this precipitation has been well above normal, especially over parts of northern Nevada into southern Idaho and parts of the higher terrain of Utah. Looking at our new snowfall over the last 72 hours, we have had some new snowfall across the Great Basin, especially in the higher terrain of the Sierra and into the northern portion of the Utah mountains, as well as up into Wyoming and eastern Idaho. Many areas in the higher elevations saw over 8 to 12 inches of new snow, with lower amounts in the lower elevations. The snowpack is now near normal in many locations over the Great Basin. There are still some areas that are just below normal, especially over parts of Nevada and down into southern and central Utah. Looking at our satellite image for today, you can see a weak system moving across our northern tier. Therefore, we have some clouds and some occasional showers today across Idaho and Wyoming, but otherwise high pressure dominating the southern half of the Great Basin with generally sunny skies and warmer temperatures. Looking at the weather pattern for later today, again, you can see that drier pattern over the southern areas of the Great Basin and that weak system moving across to the north, bringing that moisture, also some gusty winds to the north. We will have poor dispersion, generally region-wide, with those lighter winds further south under high pressure. You can see the winds here on the image on the left for today, generally light winds or very little wind over the southern half of the Great Basin, with some gusty winds near that system moving across Idaho and Wyoming. Mixing heights will remain in the low to moderate range. As we move into Tuesday, we will see the system move by to the north across the northern Rockies, so still some breezy winds over parts of the Great Basin, but generally a break in precipitation. So we will have good ventilation indices over parts of southern and central areas of the Great Basin, also in the north. You can see on Tuesday where those gusty winds will be located, generally across Idaho and Wyoming and then into the higher terrain of Utah, but also over parts of southern Nevada and the Sierra. These wind gusts will generally be in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range, with some higher gusts along the ridges. Mixing heights will be in the moderate range across the Great Basin. On Wednesday, another cold front will drop south, moving across all areas of the Great Basin, mainly bringing us some gusty winds, but there will also be some snow showers along the front as it drops into Utah and parts of Nevada, also Idaho and Wyoming. But otherwise, we'll have good dispersion, generally region-wide, with these gusty winds that move through with the cold front. We'll also see those winds shift from westerly direction to more of a northerly component. On Wednesday, you can see the gusty winds generally across all of Nevada, the Sierra, and then into Utah and parts of southern Idaho. These winds will be a little bit breezier. We will see gusts in the 40s in many locations across the windier spots, and also gusts well above 60 miles per hour over the ridges, especially in the Sierra. Mixing heights will be in the moderate to high range with these gusty winds as that front moves through. Looking at the forecast clearing index for Utah, you can see with those lighter winds today and even somewhat tomorrow, still lower clearing indices, but they really bump up on Wednesday as those gusty winds with the cold front move through. Forecast amounts of precipitation are indicated here. Again, that cold front will generally bring windy conditions to southern and western areas of the Great Basin. The only areas that will see some lighter showers will be Idaho, Wyoming, and over into Utah and possibly northeast Nevada. But again, most amounts will stay on the lighter side. The only areas seeing some heavier snowfall over the next couple of days will be the higher terrain of Wyoming and over into central Idaho. As we move later in the week, we will see another weak system move through towards Thursday, bringing again some clouds and lighter showers to the north, with those gusty northerly to northeast winds continuing over southern areas of the Great Basin on Thursday. On Friday, another system starts to drop south from the north, so we will see that impact in Idaho on Friday, and then as we move through Friday night and Saturday, we'll see that front drive south through the Great Basin, bringing another round of gusty winds. Again, there'll be some lighter showers with the cold front, but we're not seeing any super heavy amounts, and most of the shower activity will be located over the eastern areas of the Great Basin. But we will see again that breezy northerly flow continue into Saturday, and also on Sunday, keeping the dispersion high, especially over southern and eastern areas of the Great Basin. And you can see from the additional cold fronts from Thursday through the weekend, really very little precipitation associated with these fronts. Again, they mostly will be wind producers. However, there will be some new accumulation of precipitation over parts of central Idaho into eastern Idaho and Wyoming and far northern Utah. The 8 to 14 day outlook taking us into the first week of March shows below normal temperatures and now below normal precipitation for the west. So we will be turning more into a drier, cooler, and possibly breezier period. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Wednesday for the latest updates.